I think this is my favorite reoccurring thing on this channel now, is whenever a guy makes a dumb play, I act like it's the worst play ever. So, Bogdan falls over and then he gets beamed in the head by Trae Young. The live thing is solid, but the replay is where it really gets good. This is the most me thing ever. Just back up and fall over, and then you turn around, and in the split second, the ball hits you. How unfortunate does that have to be? I mean, the 1 second you have that you're aware the ball's coming at you, you must have been so terrified. Do we blame Trae Young at all for any of this? I don't know. Little life story for you. This reminds me of a time where I got hit in the face by a soccer ball. And it wasn't my fault at all. It was the kid lined up with me. It, went off the side of his foot, and it was basically like this. Not fun. Russell Westbrook and win versus the Pacers. 14 points, 24 assists, 21 rebounds. The coolest thing is he had a number of offensive rebounds that then led to assists. And the Wizards, they just keep on going, man. I don't want to see him in the play-in tournament. Carmelo Anthony is now the 10th all-time scorer in NBA history. I feel like this somehow went under the radar a little bit. Listen, man, Melo, I still really believe that he just never had the team around him. I mean, sure, he's not a guy who can carry an okay team to a deep playoff run like that. He needs at least a pretty solid team around him. But still, if that actually would have happened, then I think he could be a lot higher on the all-time list. But unfortunately, it just never really happened for him. And, you know, I will never blame him for choosing to go to the Knicks over the Bulls. But it would have been interesting to see what would have happened if he decided to sign with the Bulls in that one offseason. Drummond was in foul trouble, forced Frank Vogel to play Marc Gasol plus 17 as they beat the Nuggets. The thing that I remember the most is the Anthony Davis closeout. I'm surprised that wasn't one of the top posts. I assume eventually we will see it. Could this be some passive-aggressive thing, the Drummond or Gasol thing all season? I don't know. Assuming that they're fine with it, then it's not that big of a deal. You know, in a positive way, you look at it as they're two very different types of players, so it gives the Lakers versatility. The negative way to look at it is sometimes Drummond just sucks, and sometimes Gasol just can't move anymore. I don't know. It's wait and see on that, I guess. Derrick Rose, after being traded for Dennis Smith Jr. and a second-round pick, 17 points, 50, 40, 90. I think it was Zach Lowe who brought up the idea of Derrick Rose being sixth man of the year. I think it's interesting. I feel like Jordan Clarkson is going to win just because he's averaging the most points. I think Joe Ingles could actually be the guy. And I think the reason Joe Ingles didn't make my role player all-stars is because I'm pretty sure he was in a previous one, or else he would have been there, in case you were wondering on that one. But anyway, Derrick Rose, yeah, I mean, there was a conversation about if he was going to get in the way. He has not gotten in the way at all. 3 Spurs are scared away from the rim by Gobert, much to Gobert's amusement. Well, here we go. Here's some positive doesn't show up in the box score stuff for Gobert, because this is most of his defense anyway. The other reoccurring theme here is you can barely see it because I have to zoom in half the time. But yeah, here we go. That's what doesn't show up, man. You know, if anyone's ever wondering, oh, Gobert this, Gobert whatever, it's because half of his defensive impact results in them just not shooting at the basket. Probably more than half, really. And Steph Curry tonight, 41, 4, and 8. Yeah, this is a scheduled tweet. We'll just move on. He's been the best player in the league this season. He's not going to win the MVP. And, you know, it is what it is. Westbrook revealed he played with a torn quad earlier this season. It's not really shocking. I mean, we knew he had a quad thing going into the season, and I mean, he just looked totally different the first, 20 games of the year or whatever. My question is, how do you get through a torn quad at all? Wouldn't you just need to not play for that to heal? I don't know. These guys are superhumans. Draymond finishes with a game-high 48 hero points and will fight with the Avengers. Yeah, that whole thing was an experience. A pretty negative one for Lonzo. We gonna see something like that again? I don't really know. I will say, the Nickelodeon NFL broadcast, I was a little disappointed by. I wanted it to be even goofier. I just wanted wild things happening every single second, but it was besides the slime in the end zone, there really wasn't much to it. Steph with the crossover and the 3 in Zion's face. Was this the thing that made Bleacher Report or whoever say, Steph is bullying Zion? Because that was the goofiest title and thumbnail I ever saw. I don't think this is it, but still. It's a great play by Steph. I think he's got to be the leader in the highlights shown in these Reddit videos. Thibault blocks and steals it from Markkanen. This was really good. So Thibault comes here. He blocks, I mean, it says it right there, but he blocks it, and then he's out of the frame, and then he comes out of nowhere to steal the pass that was going to go to Valentine. I'm telling you, man, if Thibault can have a semi-reliable three-pointer, and if he's got a little bit of off-the-dribble game, he can be so valuable. I mean, he's already a positive with just how good he is on defense. The Knicks are in 4th place in the Eastern Conference with the most cap space in the NBA. We think Kawhi is going to New York. My bet would be no, but for the Knicks' sake, Kawhi and the Clippers having a really disappointing finish, that's probably what you hope for. Grizzlies rage quit and get 5 technicals in 30 seconds against the Knicks. My favorite thing in this game was Valanciunas and Taj Gibson matching up against each other. This is a very 2K thing of like, just get me out of here. Little side note about 2K. This is just a thought that I had for years. Why is it that if you want to play a 1v1 against someone, it has to be like a 20-minute game? Why can't I play a 5-minute game? Just get me in and out of there real quick. Let's check out one of Westbrook's many assists in this game. I mean, that is instant. That is like a Jokic-esque sort of thing, right? And Beal recognizes it immediately. He knows that Westbrook's going to see him if he just goes. No dribble, nothing. Anthony Davis is doing an AMA tomorrow, which this was 22 hours ago, so today, now. Is it going to be good? We'll see. Jason Tatum's was cool. I mean, he answered a lot of questions and he went into detail, but it was also very PR friendly at the same time. It also depends on the questions, of course, you know. Like, is someone going to ask AD, like, who's the most trash player in the NBA? Safe to say he's not going to answer. Campazzo adds Davis to his collection of what? Taking a charge, being really annoying? What is it? Let's see. He passes it off to MPJ, pushes AD off the ball. I guess that goes down as an offensive foul. Campazzo just does things like that. He's just a pest, you know? Zion airballs wide open 3. Draymond drills the 3 at the other end. I saw a video maybe like a week ago on Twitter of Draymond's 38% from 3 season. And it's like, wait, what? Like, it looks so weird compared to Draymond shooting now. But good for him on that one. And Steph drops Bledsoe and hits a 3. Yeah, this is the whole Marvel spiel. Again, I don't know. I don't know if this one was as successful. It's definitely a little more goofy, which is what I wanted from the Nickelodeon one. But I feel like football is better for that sort of thing because there's the stoppages in play, whereas with the NBA, because it's, you know, go back and forth, it's like a little more distracting, I guess. Oh, here's the bucket that got Melo to that. The iconic thing would just be the classic Melo jab step mid-range sort of thing, but the pull-up 3 guy right there, that works out too. We've got more Steph. Zion is impressed with a Steph Curry 3. Yeah, you and everybody else, Zion. This cropping was like, it was gone before I realized what happened. I'm a big fan of whatever this screen is supposed to be by Draymond. Just form a wall around Steph, basically. Where's Zion? There you go. Zion realizing that he will never be able to do that. We got another Steph. Pump fakes 3 defenders. This is great. You don't even have to watch any game Steph Curry plays. You can just see it all on Reddit. This is the classic Steph Curry gravity. There's literally 3 dudes here. And then from there, somebody's going to get a shot. Richard Jefferson to Skip Bayless. Can someone tell this guy I work for ESPN, I can't go to his show on Fox? Richard Jefferson is kissing up to LeBron on the Gilbert Arenas podcast. LeBron better scorer than MJ ever was. I mean, to be fair, I agree with Skip. I don't think LeBron's a better scorer than MJ. I think LeBron's a better player. Hot take if you didn't know that one, but scoring-wise, yeah, I think MJ is the best scorer ever, and the only reason he's not the all-time leader is because he retired like 12 times. And also he missed basically an entire season with a foot injury. Kelly Olynyk versus Anthony Davis this season. It's very interesting. Kelly Olynyk's got him on a whole bunch of things. Seeing that it's International Make Fun of Lakers Day, is that a thing? Are people dancing on the Lakers a little bit? I mean, the LeBron complaining about the play-in, it's a little funny to talk about. Anthony Davis tries to end Jokic. Yeah, this one, it could have quickly become the AD is back sort of thing, but then it wasn't. It's fine. The closeout at the end of the game, which still has not popped up, it was pretty good. The Cleveland Cavaliers have been eliminated from playoff contention. Are they going to get the number 1 overall pick again? That'll be their, 4th, 5th in the last whatever years? Here we go. Finally. Took us a long time to get here. But we got the AD closeout on Campazzo. So it was already chaos because we got somebody falling over. Gasol stepping up on Jokic. Fake handoff with MPJ. And AD just covers so much ground. I mean, let's see this. He's coming from the paint to the three-point line. This sort of thing happens in 2K all the time because 2K is broken as hell. There's like very few NBA players who can pull this off. It's insane. Kuzma seeks solution for struggling Lakers and campaigns publicly for more Marc Gasol minutes. Kuzma's just going to campaign for the entire team eventually. I mean, he already said Drummond's never been coached. Now Gasol's got to play more. Kuzma, I congratulate you for your being a good teammate, but your two campaigns kind of go against each other. There's only one center spot. Unless you want them to play Drummond and Gasol together, which, oh boy, if that was going to be a thing. Let's end it with a Ben Simmons clip. Why not? Steals it off the inbound and takes it for the slam. The Bulls are... It's not going well. The Bulls are not going in the right direction. And obviously it's the Levine injury. But they need to have a really good offseason. Because after you make that Vooch trade, you put yourself into a different level of expectations.